Hello and welcome to the Marshfield Clinic Health System AmeriCorps Recovery Corps Host Site Informational Summit. My name is Megan Barnett, and I am a manager of community health, and my main priority is to support the substance use prevention and recovery team. And Christina?
Hello, my name is Christina Garcia. I am the program coordinator here for Recovery Corps. Thank you, Megan.
Awesome. We are so excited to have you today because that means that you're interested and intrigued and clicked to watch this summit. Next slide, Christina. All right, so let's start out with an overview of what AmeriCorps Recovery Corps is through the Marshfield Clinic Health System. So the AmeriCorps Recovery Corps is a program that is under the umbrella of AmeriCorps, which happens to be a national service program and has been around for many, many years. And the slogan for AmeriCorps is getting things done. And so in the United States, programs place over 80,000 members across the country to focus on many different areas, including health, education, veterans, environment, disaster service, and many others. We're very fortunate that this program has strong bipartisan support, and something you should be familiar with going into this is that members can serve up to 4 years, but they serve at a 1-year time frame, and then have that option to serve for up to 4 years. And there are many benefits that come with a member serving with AmeriCorps, including living allowance, ed award, health insurance, childcare, and loan forbearance. So there are many benefits to being a member as well as a host site, and we will get into all of those things today. All right, our story here at Marshfield Clinic Health System. So we have been deploying members across our service area for over 20 years, and we support the program through the department, the Center for Community Health Advancement. And we have 2 programs right now, Community Corps and Recovery Corps. We will be focusing on Recovery Corps today, which places recovery coaches at various locations. But if you're interested in Community Corps, feel free to also reach out to us and we can get you more information. All right, so why do we host AmeriCorps? Why does this make sense to us? Well, the short answer is it just fits. But if you don't know anything about CCHA, as we call it, our department, let me give you a little bit of history. So one reason that AmeriCorps fits well is because we are a nonprofit hospital. And so we look for those opportunities to support community benefits through our communities. Also, we're really that extension of the health system. We like to integrate ourselves into communities and bridge that gap between the brick and mortar clinic and the physician that you may see and the community that we serve. And so we're out there focusing on substance use, behavioral health, chronic disease, and social determinants of health, all things that can get done through AmeriCorps. And so Recovery Corps specifically, like I mentioned, there's 2 programs and we'll be focusing on Recovery Corps. Going into the year, we will place 30 full-time members, and those members can be throughout our service area or beyond. So you might decide, in the Milwaukee, Madison area, those are outside of our service area, but we do have members in those regions as well. So if you're in the state of Wisconsin, please apply. We'd be happy to have you. And so there's a lot of different things a recovery coach can do, and Christina will get into that right now.
Thank you, Megan. So Recovery Corps, recovery coaches, that is what we're doing. We're placing recovery coaches across the state of Wisconsin. Again, like Megan said, in our service area, but if you are outside of that, please apply. We'd love to have recovery coaches available in your area as well. So that recovery coach is really going to promote recovery and removes barriers and obstacles for people seeking recovery. And they're going to serve as your clientele's personal guide and mentor to help them along their recovery path from addiction of alcohol and or other drugs. Some requirements for that recovery coach that you're going to be recruiting for. We want them to have 1 year of recovery, whether it's their own recovery or lived experience, walking the path of recovery with another individual close to them, loved one, friend, family member. We will have them attend a 5-day training with us before they even report to their host site. And a little clarification, that 5-day training is a CCAR training. So CCAR is the Community of Connecticut Addiction Recovery. Sorry, it's a tongue twister, but that is really the Recovery Coach Academy training. And they will be trained in many, many different aspects of recovery coaching. They also have some general orientation that they'll be attending with us that is AmeriCorps based, rules, all those kind of fun things. Then we also want your site to provide an orientation to them too. That will include mentoring, shadowing, learning what they will be doing with the clientele base that you have, and the important things. Where's the bathrooms? Where's the copiers? Where's the coffee? All those fun kind of things that you definitely want your member to know. So again, CCAR is the Connecticut Community for Addiction Recovery model. It really is an intensive gold standard training for recovery coaching in the United States, and not just the United States. This is a global program. Many other countries use this model as well because it really is the gold standard. So with them going through this CCAR training, they're going to really be able to describe the roles and functions of a recovery coach. They're going to be able to know the core values, the guiding principles of recovery and recovery coaching. We really build on skills to enhance different relationships they will have with those clients, that client and recovery coach dynamics. They're going to explore so many different dimensions of recovery, different pathways to recovery. And we're also going to do a lot of scenario playing with them and really delve into the boundaries and ethics of what a recovery coach is. It really helps them discover more about themselves as well. Excellent training. We provide free of charge for your member while they come on board. Again, they're going to understand a lot of things coming out of the CCAR training. They're going to understand stages of change, how that affects and applies to the work that they're working with their clientele. They're really going to look at the awareness of culture, power, and privilege, which is huge in the world of recovery because we are helping people from all walks of life, all creed, race, religion. We don't discriminate. We're here with this program to help anybody that is walking through your organization's doors that are looking for recovery coaching services. And we will really hammer these things home because we spend quite a bit of time in CCAR training. So recovery core members really have some goals and objectives while they're serving. We want them to engage in the health and human services workforce. Huge thing. I say this, and you'll hear me say this many times if you come on board as a host site. There is absolutely no organization out there that could not benefit to have recovery coach services at their organization. Promote long-term recovery for approximately 8 to 10 individuals who are seeking recovery. Now, your members' caseload will vary throughout the year. We understand that, but that is a good baseline of how many clients we'd like them to be servicing. Share lived and or indirect experience from at least 1 year of personal experience in recovery. We talked about that. We want your member to have 1 year of lived experience. Strive to maintain their own personal recovery through developing their own wellness plan. And we also strive very hard that our members have 5 hours. I can't stress this enough. 5 hours of their own self-care in a week. We call it their own wellness. So we would like them to concentrate on themselves because we understand wholeheartedly that they need their own self-care to be able to work in this field. Very, very important on that. So they'll be developing those wellness plans with the clients that they have, and they will be tracking that as well. That is tracked in a database we call REDCap. We'll really delve further into that if you so choose to become a host site, but just know that we do track that data. And then they really want to help transition those individuals from that more professional directed recovery over to that self-directed recovery for themselves. And really, recovery coaches are there to walk alongside with your clientele. They're not there to pull or push them along the path of recovery. They're there to walk hand in hand and help them in that. So other things that our recovery coaches do. So work with individuals seeking recovery one-on-one on a weekly basis, before, during, and after treatment. We do recognize some clients might need a little bit more contact during the week, some might need a little less. Each client is a little bit different. This is just a base guideline. We want them to help their clients connect to treatment resources, help support them in the recovery, help resolve any obstacles along the way, really develop resources within your own communities so those clients know where to go for those resources, and help individuals acquire skills, really provide some sober companionship. When people start out in recovery, a lot of these things we're talking about are really hard for people to grasp onto because there's so many things thrown at them. That recovery coach can really help in that whole new gamut of newness to recovery for that client, and really assist with identification and resolution of personal and environmental obstacles. That person could be up against the wall on a lot of things, and the recovery coach really is there just to help and guide and get them along that path to recovery and make them feel comfortable with that. A lot of other things that your members could be doing out in the community, not so much working one-on-one with your clients, but they're really out there developing and implementing recovery-focused community education and training opportunities. They could be doing and helping with events, sober events within your communities. They could be out at coalition meetings that you may have them attend. They're really raising awareness in your area about treatment and recoveries from substance use disorders, and so on and so forth. They're there to really help initiate referrals to other organizations that might need to be. They can conduct outreach work within your community. That might be going out and handing out flyers, handing out business cards. The sky's the limit, really. They will serve as an advocate for the community, that recovery community. That is a huge part of a recovery coach, is that advocacy for change, advocacy for resources, advocacy for different avenues of recovery for those that they're helping. And they really act as a helping guide for resources to our a clientele basis. They may accompany your clients to some recovery activities within your community. There's really no limitations on some of the things these recovery coaches can do. And they're really there to enhance access and reduce barriers to recovery by really developing and expanding recovery support services in your area, in your organization, and in your surrounding communities. So what are our responsibilities here at Marshall Clinic Health System for you? Well, we're really here to support recruitment of all the members for Recovery Corps. We handle all the nitty-gritty of the HR functions. So the payroll, the processing, the background checks, fingerprinting, handling of the benefits, all those fun things that sometimes aren't easy, we take that on. We provide the orientation to AmeriCorps, that C-card training we were talking about earlier, weekly updates. We do supervisor orientation for all of you, so you are all on the same page and understand what's expected of you as well, and really there to provide support to the members and you all as host sites. Provide data collection plans and tools. That is a little bit what we talked about, the red cap, and provide direct support and technical assistance, not only to the members and supervisors, but at the sites as needed. We're here for you. We want you to be successful in this endeavor, and we want to offer whatever services we can to ensure you're very successful. So host site responsibilities, what is your responsibility? Your responsibility is to recruit and select your member. We do not pick the member for you. This is totally up to you. We will send members your way, but it is your responsibility to pick who will fit within your organization. We're here to support the member in accomplishing a successful term of service. We want everybody to complete successfully, have an enjoyable term of service, and really take away something from their time here with us. provide direct supervision of the member through the term of service. So you're there, you're with them daily, weekly. You're their first line of communication. They need to be coming to you because you are there with them every day. We want you to build a member service plan to provide sufficient service for the member. And this is something we will go over further if you so choose to become a host site and recruit a member. Meet weekly with your member. Face-to-face is always best, especially for people in recovery. I understand there's technology out there that makes things easier, but face-to-face is the best option. Manage the members' time and approve timesheets weekly. This is really important because we need timesheets turned in to know what our members are doing because we don't see them every day here at Marshfield Clinic. You are seeing them every day. And pay the host site cash match payment as well. So we've given you a lot of information and you're probably sitting there chewing on it, but you're also going, well, what next? Well, next steps. If you so choose to, you will turn in a host site application. Once we get that, we review that here, and then if we so choose, we would award you a notification stating that you've been chosen as a host site. After you would get that notification, you'll get some materials to help you begin that member recruitment. And then sky's the limit to recruit your member. If you recruit a member, your member would be starting in September. They would serve 35 to 40 hours per week or as agreed upon. Now, there may be some weeks where there might be a little less time or a little more time depending on your host site needs. They go through their C-card training with us. They go through that orientation. They're expected to go to the opening ceremony, which more information will come if you so to choose to join us here at Recovery Corps. You would be paying your host site payment to us, and then your members would be coming to a midterm training that will all be outlined later on. And then the end of term of service for all members is always the following August 31st. So hopefully you're going, this is exactly what my organization needs. And we're glad to have that. So here's the application. You can go right to this link and download the informational packet. It's got a lot more information that you can read through, chew on in your own time so you can better understand. And then you will apply on the online application link that is provided in that informational packet that you can download. So for any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or Megan, and we'd be more than delighted to answer any questions you may have, and we will get you on the right path to becoming a Recovery Corps host site. We are excited for another great term of service, and we can't wait for you to be a part of it.
Thank you.